YouTube, we are back with another tutorial, and I'm going to be cleaning up my guy today, man. Now, he definitely was in need of a nice sharp lineup. His dad explained to me that he has never seen him with sharp corners before, so my mission is to show him these sharpest corners that I possibly can. And yeah, I want to show you guys the way that I went about this haircut, man. And you know, it's going to start off with giving him a good solid picking. You want to make sure that all the hair is elevated up and off the scalp and give it a nice little shape up. Now, his hair is pretty good. You know, he didn't want to cut too much off. We just wanted to make sure that we kept it as tall as possible, but with a slight cleanup, right? So that's why I pulled out my long shears, and I'm gonna have a pair of shears like this tagged in the products, the tag products below, so that way you guys can, you know, get yourself a pair if you're in need of one. But having a long pair of shears like this just makes the shaping up a little easier, and I don't really force it, you know, like force the shape in. I kind of just let the scissors kind of rest on the fro, and as I'm moving the blades back and forth, man, it just picks up the hair and it really shapes itself up. And for starting the tapers, the way that you know that I like to blend is always going to be with the clipper closed first. If I go in and I punch this line in with a hard edge, for example with the trimmers, you guys are going to see, you know, towards the end of this video when we line them up, these trimmers are set to put in harsh, hard lines like the front line up, like the vertical bars. If I were to put in a fading guideline with that, it's going to be a lot harder to take out at the end of the cut. So gem number one for me in this video is start with the clipper closed for your fades. You're going to thank yourself later. Stick around in this video because at the end you'll see how easy that blends out. But it still gives my mind a reference point, like, hey, this is where the fade is going to end. That clipper close point, that is the bald point as far as my brain can register. You know, then we're gonna go ahead and open up that clipper and give yourself space to blend. You know, you're gonna need a good space for this gradient and for the blend to spread out, because it may as well just look like you cut off his sideburn if you compress it too far. As soon as your client gets up and starts to walk away, you're gonna want some gradients here and there. So that's why I'm not afraid to give it some space, man. I want at least a finger's width, and at the most, maybe even up to a full inch of space. Give yourself space to blend. And we're gonna go ahead and do this to the other side of the taper. And if you don't know me already, my name is Tito. I make well over 6 figures in the barber industry, and I wanna help you achieve a higher level of success than even what I've been able to accomplish so far in less time. And the way that I have found to do that is through efficient, easy to follow haircut plans. Now, you guys know with my 2-guard system, where I just use the 2 and the 1, I normally like to start with it open, but his hair texture is very tight coils, and it's gonna be a little harder to feed through the hair if I were to go with it open. So in this case, I'm gonna be starting off here with the number 2 guard closed, but the principle stands the same. I'm still gonna be using pressure at the bottom of the fade, and I'm gonna be using the shape of the head to rock this guard up and off the scalp, using the shape of a head as a ramp to launch this clipper guard up and off the scalp. But this is gonna be able to do 2 things for me. It's gonna accomplish the sculpting of the shape, and it's gonna debulk in preparation for a fire taper blend. So that's why I'm gonna continue going on here with this number 2 guard, establishing the shape and debulking in the same stroke. Barbers, are you sick and tired of dimming your phone screen every time you pull up your bank account because of the shame of how low the balance is? With the 6-Figure Barber Mentorship, we help you find and fix the weak points between our easy to follow modules and our over 20 live stream calls per month from Chris Basio and his coaching team. We're gonna help you build your clientele to beyond 6 figures and scale so you can start to buy your time back. And the best thing about this, you're gonna see results month 1 with our 30-day challenge. There's no better way to motivate you than to get you quick wins. The link is gonna be in the description. I'll see you guys soon. Now we are gonna do the same thing over again. I already did it with my number 2 guard. Pressure at the bottom and scoop up and off the scalp. But now I've already cleared out the bulk, so I can go in with my number 1 guard with the lever open. And same thing, guys, I'm gonna start with the lever open and follow up after that with the lever closed. Pressure at the bottom, floating my way up and off the scalp. Because now, yes, I am gonna be doing a little bit of sculpting. The main shape of the sculpting has already been established with the 2 guard. So really, I'm playing in this pocket and playing with the shadows. I'm playing with the colors. I am shading and slowly shaving this down to be a more gradient blend. You can see the clipper motions are a little tighter there. But yeah, man, you're just working my way from clipper open to clipper closed, combing it through, and just trying to prepare this thing for the final kill shot blend that's gonna tie it all together. So here we go, guys. Now we're gonna go back to the very first step that we started this fade with, right? We started with the clipper all the way closed, and now what we need to do is we need to break through that line. Now, the biggest fear that most barbers have, and please leave it in the comments below if you can relate to this, is, oh my God, I'm gonna bring the fade up way too high. Like, I have no control. This low fade is gonna turn into a high fade. That's just something that you really are gonna have to get over if you're gonna have any success in this career. Here's the thing. The plan is, yes, we are going to go higher and higher in the fade. I wanna mentally prepare you for that. But you have a plan. You're gonna bring the fade up a little bit with the clipper closed. Cool. The next level up that we go is we're gonna have the notch open, and you're gonna bring it up a little more. And you got the next notch, and you're gonna bring it a little more. And you get the next notch, and you're gonna bring it up a little more. So yes, the fade gets higher and higher, but at the same time, it's getting longer and longer. So it's all gonna blend together really well. So from the clipper closed all the way to the clipper open, do your best to blend all of this together. Blend it right up into that 1 guard. Now your safety net is, you can use your half guard if you need to. If you're not like skilled enough yet to be able to blend from the half into the 1, then cool, go ahead, grab your half guard. We have that also that comes with the same clipper. So do that, close to open, blend it into the 1. So part of efficiency, guys, also you'll notice while I have the clipper with no guard in my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and start shaping up the fro. I don't wanna make it a whole separate step, right? A part of efficiency is use whatever you have in your hand to its full potential. And this is the tool that I'm going to use to be able to refine the shape of the fro. I want to keep it nice, tight, round. I did a lot of that work already with the scissors, right? That long pair of shears I had, but it's also important for me that it's tightened up behind the ear, the hairline is nice and smooth, so everything can flow well. So now guys, we're gonna go ahead and move on into the lineup. And the best way that I like to do the lineup, I think it's definitely safe to hit the vertical bars first. There's not gonna be a C cup in this haircut because it's a high taper. But if I could set the borders, imagine you're bowling and you have your bumpers right on the side. It's gonna stop you from flowing too far to the left, too far to the right, and getting in the gutter. So if I set my bumpers first and I establish where the vertical bar is gonna be, that's gonna allow me just to work with a higher level of precision. So punch those in. You know, you can see here I went ahead and just jumped to that back lineup also while I'm on that side of the head. But lining up those vertical bars helps me keep a better control of my hairline, especially since my client didn't exactly have the easiest hairline to do, and his dad was very emphatic. I want to see some nice sharp corners on him. So yeah, that's why I went ahead and approached it the way that I did here, and let's watch this thing come together. So you guys may have noticed, and if you've seen my other videos as well, you've definitely noticed that I use the enhancement pencil at the same time that I do the lineup. So what happens is, guys, I apply the lineup pencil, right, the Tomb 45 Precision Pack pencil on my glove, and that's the simplest way for me to apply. Because here's the thing, guys, like I could take my time and line it up. I could take my time and then razor after, and then then draw the pencil. I found that, I remember originally I had a lot of clients that were uncomfortable with the idea of me drawing on their face with a pencil. They felt like it was makeup, they felt like it was too feminine. Cool, I found a way to work around that. Put the pencil, scribble the pencil on your glove, and you'll be able to pick up a little bit at a time while you dip your trimmer tip into there, right there where you scribbled the enhancement pencil. And then you'll see, like with my finger, I can kind of wipe it down a little bit, just to stop it from being too intense. But you know, this really does help me better define the hairline. Especially, think about it too, guys, like I remember I used to struggle sometimes when lining up dark hair on dark skin. The contrast may not be there as much, right? So that was a solution that I found that actually helped me keep the hairline even. And a lot of the guys that I cut these days too, I see them, you know, in my everyday life. I see them at church, for example. And like, for example, this kid, I cut him and I saw him at church. Sure enough, after his hairline, the pencil had already wiped off, his hairline was still super crispy because it was properly placed. So think about that, guys. Like, you can literally do this even if a client does not want enhancements. You literally just wipe it off when you're done. But for me, it does help me like actually define the hairline, make sure that I place it where I want it to be placed. It's pretty cool. Let me know your thoughts about that. So now, only because we made sure that the hairline and the fade was fire, the hairline was sharp, we made sure that everything was on point before the application of the enhancement. So I'm gonna be taking the Tune 45 Beam Team XL compressor, I'm gonna be taking the Tune 45 No Drip color enhancement, and our clutch card. I'm gonna be making sure to tag all of these products in the bottom left corner of this video. You'll see tagged products. The reason why it's important to do no drip, especially if you have a client that you haven't enhanced before, or maybe if they have sensitive skin, is because it's the only product on the market that is actually designed to stain the skin. A lot of the other products, they work great, they look great, but the problem is that they're hair dyes that have a side effect of staining the skin to make the hair look fuller. So I'm not saying that they don't work, they work great, but this one is legal. So guys, I appreciate y'all sticking around for the video, man. I really hope that I was able to inform you and enlighten you as to how simple hair cutting really can be. Stay subscribed, guys, because the way that I put together this video today, I live stream pretty consistently, multiple times throughout the week. I live stream and you guys can see this happen in real time. Later on, when I get more free time, that's when I can come back and put the voiceover in for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe. You can see this happen in real time while I stream in the shop. So don't forget to subscribe, share this with a friend if you feel like someone else you know can benefit from the techniques and methods that we use today. And also don't forget all the products that we used in today's video are tagged in the bottom left of this video, man. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see y'all in the next video.